Auzubillahiminasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, I first knew about Risale-i Nur in 2012. I attended weekly talk by a scholar at his home on Wednesday nights in Malaysia. Then, I was introduced to the Malaysian Turkish Cultural Association. I followed their Risale-i Nur reading program every Sunday morning. In 2013, I participated in the 10th Symposium of Bediuzzaman Said Nursi in Istanbul. Here, I first had my eyes open as to how much Risale-i Nur had impacted many lives. I found books on Risale-i Nur that I had never read before. I felt like I could stay there forever, reading unlimited words on so many treatises. I remembered this room in IFSC where I was introduced to the first word biiznillah by a sister from Australia. Then I met Brother Hakan. I had opportunity to ask questions about education and Risale-i Nur. I started reading the English Lamala as he suggested. I also remember finishing an Indonesian version of Said Nursi's biography and a few short treatises and symposium books while I was there. I remembered that the biography and the Damascus sermon had shaken me, and I just can't get some of the readings out of my mind. When I came back to Malaysia, I found another Risale-i Nur reading program conducted by sisters, 4 sisters on Saturday evening. I felt very comfortable with this reading program. Firstly, because it was conducted during the day. Secondly, because of its method. It resembles what I was exposed in Turkey. It was informal, within a circle of sisters only. All sisters were given a chance to read and ask questions or say some words on what is being read, and others will respond to help us understand. At the end, a sister whom had more experience with the Risale-i Nur will make a concluding remarks and respond to questions which had not been answered during the reading discourse. I remember from my interview with Dr. Hakan, he said, Lamala is the book which will have many values related to education that I wanted to integrate in my learning and teaching. At that time, I was mesmerized by the words written in chapter 3. Whenever I am sad, being tested in life, I remember these words. O Eternal One, you alone are eternal. I shall leave them before they leave me. Only you are immortal, and I know and believe that beings can only be immortal by your making them so, in which case they should be loved with love of you. They are not otherwise worthy of the heart's affection. It soothed my pains, which I had kept within myself for many years, and it helped improved my physical health. And I thought, I can't keep all this beautiful remedy all to myself. I need to seek more to share. So in 2015, I went to IFSC again to participate in the 2 weeks intensive course on Risale-i Nur conducted by Dr. Colin Turner. In this course, we learn the philosophy and method of Risale-i Nur. We learn how it saves our iman, how to gain ikhlas and to hold on to it, how the many names of Allah reflect each person and creations. I learned the summary of the whole Risale-i Nur collection, in brief, but with intense effect. In 2016, I started to translate chapters from the English Lamalar to my native language. In the same year, my son went to Turkey at the age of 16. He studied at Erkek Mekki Quran Kursu while learning the Risale-i Nur. In 2017 and 2018, I shared my research findings on Risale-i Nur and education at the first and second Congress on the Light of Science in Urfa and Erzurum. In order to complete the translation, I went to several Nur madrasah in Brunei, Jakarta, Erzurum, Adana, and Isparta. In the same year 2018, I set up Our Ladies Madrasah in Malaysia. Most of the time, I end up reading alone in the madrasah, but I got support from many whom I did not know of, not only from Erzurum and MTCA. Several Turkish sisters and Hoja, also some Philippine sisters, came to stay with us for many months. They helped us establish the madrasah during its infant year. In the same year, I also had the opportunity to visit Jakarta Madrasah. We learned a lot about the management and routine practices. I also visited Said Nursi's place of retention in Barla and Isparta. It helped me to immerse in my learning. I stayed above the Isparta Mekki 18 Vakfa. The main translation was completed here. I completed and presented the final manuscript to MTCA for review. I was told to make further improvement. So I had it reviewed, commented, and corrected since then till now. During the pandemic, we host 3 dares every week via Zoom. 2 in collaboration with Makassar and Jakarta Dershane. Every Monday and Friday, they host reading from Maktubat and Kalimat. On Sundays, we host theirs using the Malay translated manuscript from flashes. As we read, we jot down the mistakes we encounter. Some will check against the Indonesian, Turkish, and English translation where necessary. So many people help us make intensive review and make comments during, prior, and after the Sunday dars. Alhamdulillah. These are in addition to the early comments from our brothers in MTCA. Insyaallah, we are almost at the end of the process now in 2021 with version 10.1. Please make dua for us. Thank you for your kind attention. Allah razı olsun. Kendini iyi bak.